gives it to his running back, third year out of LSU, and he gets about 6 yards, maybe 5. Second and 5, Kelsey, a little stroll in motion. And Mahomes throws it that way, and there's Kelsey to the end zone. With the big hit that led 2 plays later to this. 4 points in the 2 games after that. From the 21, Mahomes escaping. We see a lot of that with him to Kelsey.
Quite this quick. Did he play in the game? Because this is what Mahomes does so well. He buys time, and he's looking to throw. But when he played in the Super Bowl, that toe was bothering him, and he just simply could not get away from it.
And Kelsey goes with Mahomes, who tried to get away from it, flips it out there, and it's tweeted him all. 3 of them have had some style to them. First down, Mahomes. Now looking, just going to... Yeah, Andy Reid loves to start a game throwing the ball, doesn't he? First few drives. Kelsey operating from the 12. Mahomes bringing it to the left on the run.
So as Mahomes gets this ball and Shoyinko is flying,
snap.
You could see anything down here.
And McKinnon on the give inside. Edwards-Helaire's got the first down, fighting for the touchdown, and he's in.
And they're going behind their 2 best right there. An outstanding young center and Creed Humphrey, Joe Tooney we just talked about, and the pile just kept moving into the end.
14 allowed already. That's exactly what happened in the Packers game here last week. A flag down and Edwards-Helaire. Mahomes to the 13 against a 4-man rush. Juju Smith-Schuster. Is he back in the game? 5 catches in the first quarter. Mahomes taking off, and he will get the first down.
Middle of the field, but when you have a 4-man rush, there are going to be 2 wide open lanes, and when it's 3rd and short, and you
up. First down, deep shot down the middle of the field, brought in. A yard closer from the 1-yard line. It's McKinnon inside with Kelsey blocking for him.
Inside here, and so they're blocking down on him and then going around the
NFL game, regular and postseason combined. Edwards-Helaire, touchdowns on his last 2 touches. And Clyde takes it for 7. 10 runs, 74 yards so far. Mahomes in for it on 4th and 1. And Mahomes out of the backfield. Edwards! McKinnon in the back. Will shovel underneath to McKinnon. Through the traffic inside. Oh, and a snap to Noah Gray inside as Mahomes was diverting attention.
When Mahomes starts pointing this direction, Winfield's not even looking at the snap of the ball. He has no idea. Noah Gray's going back underneath the center. It's a show. These guys in the red zone, they're our show.
He's got a chance to throw it deep and get it close. 3 Bucs defenders back 50 yards from the line of scrimmage, but Mahomes cannot get free at all. Well, that's Mahomes and that's Andy combined there. Thanks, Melissa. Here's the first throw, and right on time. It's the 40-yard line. There's an inside run with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It's been a good running half. 48-yard line. Edwards-Helaire again with space off the line of scrimmage. Got the first down. Look out, Sky Moore got bent backwards there. Good to see the 2nd-round pick out of Western Michigan get up and head back to the huddle.
If there's anybody on earth that can make an arm tackle, it's Vita Vea. This big guy in the middle of the field can run, he can move, he has a pass rush presence, and the way he moves down the field is it's hard to describe.
And from the 49, Mahomes pumps it. Just get rid of that one. And it's incomplete. See Vita Vea waving incomplete there. He dropped back in coverage a little bit last week. And I talked to Lo Locust, one of the assistant defensive line coaches at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers before the game. And she told me, working with Vita Vea, said, he's got a pretty good arm too. He keeps trying to negotiate to get in there and throw a pass at some point. He's a terrific athlete. And Lo talks about him being one of the leaders in that defensive line room.
I tell you, when you see a guy that size dropping into coverage, it would change my thoughts on which route I was running.
Forced to fumble down there by the goal line last week. 2nd and 10, and Mahomes fires incomplete.
Yeah, and now we might see a little bit more of that. You got Vita Vea inside him. Devin White's going to come zipping right off his edge and got a clean shot that time against Mahomes. I think Todd Bowles has seen just about enough of that magic show in the first half.
Do it while he can. Mahomes taking over from the 40. Here is Edwards-Helaire. The run for about 5 yards here. $1 million donation to help the relief with Hurricane Ian. For midfield, here comes the pressure, and Mahomes will go down. Mike Edwards
sees it late, a little too late. He tried to flip around and probably was
trying to force the issue here, down 14. Mahomes escapes the pocket. No receiver on this side. It's all him. Mahomes the inside give. It'll be a couple yards.
Orlando Brown, got Joe Tooney and Creed Humphrey. Fantastic pair on the left side. Trey Smith, Andrew Wiley on the right side. And these guys have just made a difference. I know they came into the game with just 2 sacks on the season, but tonight what has impressed me was the way that they have been run blocking. When Andy Reid makes a statement in one of our meetings like, I think our offensive line could play a little better, that means he has been on them all week in a way you could only imagine, and they've responded. They've really responded tonight. Had a great game.
And we've talked a lot about adding on the offensive line, how they reworked that, the youth on the defense. Brett Veach, the general manager, has done a really good job. You've got Mahomes, you're paying him a whole bunch of money. How do you surround him? 3rd and 2. And Mahomes looking for the crossers, throws it in the middle, and it's incomplete. Above what he's supposed to do. In other words, he's darn good. Clyde Edwards-Helaire here tonight, and the defense has been Mahomes. Edwards-Helaire.
To put up 45 yourself.
Bruce now a senior assistant here on this team. 2nd and 7, and it'll be thrown out to the side for Marquez Valdez.
Guys now that are starting to pick it up.
From midfield, pressure picked up. Mahomes throwing. Oh, he threw an interception. He threw it across his body and across the field. And on the return, Sean Murphy-Bunting, who had played almost no defense in the first 3 games, with a limited defensive snaps coming into this one, comes up with the pick.
And that's great, except you have nobody to influence that backside corner here. So basically, they're running right into him, and there's nobody there to walk up, acknowledge what was true, which is the greatness of Tom Brady. I just think it says a lot about, I've been around some veteran quarterbacks, and they all talk about how hard that is.
Edwards-Helaire, a fun time in football right now. Trying to get this first down, and Edwards-Helaire will behind the Kansas City offensive line. That old complete game. Edwards-Helaire's got to protect the ball here and stay in bounds.
Over and good jog.
Edwards-Helaire on the run the second half in a big hole. The throw underneath, that will be caught by Gage. Pitch it back to Godwin, and that will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs come to the place where Tampa beat them in Super Bowl 50, and Patrick Mahomes has an outstanding game.